Since it first came out in 1990, Home Alone has been one of my absolute favorite holiday comedies of all time. And while its sequel, Lost in New York, was pretty good, but its sequels have been mostly a miss than a hit. And I just saw the brand new one called Home Sweet Home Alone, now streaming on Disney Plus. But is this new film really as bad as they say it is? Or can I just knock some sense into their heads and give this film some Big D justice? I'd say very unlikely I will give it Big D justice. Maybe not much. Find out right now in this spoiler-free review. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a spoiler-free review of the just now released new Christmas comedy Home Sweet Home Alone. Released by 20th Century Studios as a Disney Plus original film, being the first film from the studio to be produced for the streaming service. The film is the 6th overall Home Alone film, but it is kind of more of a, as my friend Ogre Boy 1992 mentioned in his spoiler-free review, kind of a reboot sequel or something like that. Anyway, the film stars Ellie Kemper, Rob Delaney, Archie Yates, Aisling Bea, Kenan Thompson, Pete Holmes, and Ally Mackey and Chris Parnell. Anyway, now the film is kind of close to being the original, but with a lesser runtime, about 93 minutes, which that's a little bit less than the original. Now, a couple named Jeff and Pam McKenzie are trying to sell their house but have not told their children, Abby and Chris. Well, Jeff lost his job and Pam's salary is not able to afford keeping their home. But anyway, to make matters worse, his obnoxious and more successful brother, and along with his wife and son, decide to stay with them for Christmas. So, during an open house, a young boy named Max Mercer and his mother Carol stop by to use a restaurant at the house. And well, Max looks at some things, and Carol comments on how dolls with unusual deformities tend to sell due to their rarity. Well, apparently Max is having issues in my view, but not as much as how Kevin did in the original. So apparently, Max is annoyed with the fuss his family's got as they're planning to head to Tokyo. And so Max decides to hide in a car parked in the garage and falls asleep while everyone else has left. Well, meanwhile, Jeff and Pam have devised a little bit of a plan to try to get this doll back because they thought Max took it. But that's all I'm going to tell you about that. So I'm not going to tell you. But soon Max is going to have to figure a way to defend his home. Now, most of the traps are reasonably factually good and what have you. Still not as good as the ones we saw in the original. Some of them are kind of factual redos of the traps from the original, sort of. Well, anyway, now the film has received a ton of criticism since the day its first trailer came out. It's gotten harsh criticism at the screenplay and negative comparisons to the original. Now, I do agree with the critics on that, but still, the film's overall okay. Kind of between okay, and okay, good, but almost okay, good. That is what I mean. But it's still not that great of a movie, though. John Debney provides the score for this, that was reasonable. But I can tell you, you do get to hear some pretty good holiday classics. Well, maybe one of them anyway. you do get to hear some of the music you actually heard in the original Home Alone and its sequel. Um, which that was kind of a good aspect. Now the cast, on the other hand, well, it was kind of a miss. I didn't really care much for them for for Max's mother Carol, and well, most of the other characters were just bland and what have you. Now, on the other hand, well, he may not be as good as Macaulay Culkin was as Kevin, but Max, who is played by Archie Yates, who recently appeared in the award-nominated flick known as Jojo Rabbit, which I have yet to see that. I know that film got a lot of good response. He's not that bad, but still not that great though, because I still prefer Macaulay Culkin as Kevin. Thank you very much. Now, another thing is that the film we've mostly focused on the Mackenzies. Now, Jeff and Pam are, well, I'd say they're all right and what have you. But anyway, Jeff is played by Rob Delaney and Ellie Kemper plays Pam. Well, I'm gonna say they aren't too bad and what have you. Now, of course, if you have seen the trailer, and if you had the guts to watch this, you'll see that the Mercer household is protected by McAllister Security Company, and apparently, as a police officer, you saw he has the name tag McAllister, and would you believe who that was? Wouldn't you know? It is none other than Kevin's own big bad bro Buzz, once again played by Devin Rattray. Yes, that was a good thing I liked about it. And he does mention Kevin in the film, since even though it was reported that Macaulay Culkin was going to try and be in, but well, he denied it. That was fine with me. I didn't care. But seeing Buzz in this, wow, what a big surprise! Yeah, but even so, stories okay. The music's fine. The cast is mostly a miss than a hit, and what have you. So in the end, would I recommend this? No. No, but if you are a Home Alone fan, I'd say maybe give it a one-time watch. But just to be on the safe side, if you have seen the trailer and you've seen the reviews, then I'd say avoid this at all cost. So anyway, but since I've seen it, I did like a little bit of it, but not all of it. This was kind of mostly a mixed bag for me, so that's all I'm telling you. So for my score for Home Sweet Home Alone, I'm only going to give it 3 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 6. Sorry. But at least this would probably will probably surpass The Holiday Heist to be my third favorite of Home Alone franchise overall, because you know the fourth one is absolutely horrible. Even though I watch it if I feel like it, but I doubt I will watch it again. And three's okay. It's just, well, you know what I mean. If you've seen my reviews for the other Home Alone movies, if you don't haven't seen them, just go on my channel and look them up. You can find them in the playlist. All right. So anyway, enough said. Home Sweet Home Alone, you can maybe give it a one-time watch or avoid it at all costs. But I'm saying avoid it at all costs just to be on the safe side. If you didn't feel comfortable with the trailer and all that stuff, fine. You be the judge. Yeah, like I said, a one-time watch or avoid it. You be the judge, okay? So, what are your thoughts on Home Sweet Home Alone? I got a feeling a lot of y'all don't like it. If you say you don't like it, well, that's fine with me. Because, like I said, I only liked a little bit of it, but not all of it, though. Because, like I said, there were some things I didn't enjoy much. And the traps were somewhat good, but there were some that kind of came close to being like the actual original Home Alone. And, well, you know what I mean. But anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on the film in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a review of Porky's 2 the next day. Thanks for watching, and if you like this, you may want to consider checking out these other holiday flicks and what have you. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey, which I reviewed for its anniversary last year. The upper right-hand corner is my review of another Disney Plus holiday flick, and that's Noelle with Anna Kendrick, which I love that. I will be watching again this year. Or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review for one of my absolute favorite holiday classics, It's a Wonderful Life. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.